and society to, see Black women sometimes in a softness, in a luxury, you know what I'm saying? Seeing a man, even worse for some people, a white man, put his Black queen on a throne and give her flowers and give her props and, speak her praise for the world to see. I'm sure people don't like that. And relax. Meloney show is, be honest, on a very low calorie, high protein diet. Be honest. Come on. Here we go. Somebody is having a really, really bad week. You know who it is? It's the Black men. The Black men are down too. Black men are down too, y'all. Listen, welcome to another episode of the That's Scary with Meloney P podcast. I am your girl, Meloney P, and we are here with another episode, y'all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's Sunday, so I'm feeling the Holy Ghost. But don't let Pastor Henderson know. Y'all, so we're here today to talk about the apology that was just given by Dr. Love himself, P. Diddy, y'all. So if you have been anywhere and under a rock, you know that the video of Cassie and P. Diddy has been circulating everywhere. And you know, when a video hit CNN, it's pretty much a wrap. The video of P. Diddy DVing, I guess, Cassie is everywhere. Everyone has, kind of verbalized their opinions about the video. You've seen it everywhere, and P. Diddy has finally spoken out. Now, the reason why I say that Black men are losing this weekend and white men are winning is because at the same time, you have a white millionaire basically giving Black women their flowers and saying that, Black women are only for the grown and sexy men. So we got Clay and Diddy making y'all look really bad this weekend. And then we got the white king over here putting the Black queens up on a pedestal. So we're going to start off with the apology that P. Diddy has given on his Instagram. So it looks like about 2 hours ago, P. Diddy basically went on Instagram, and in the caption he put, "I'm truly sorry," and I'm going to play for you his apology.
So difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. I'm going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Okay, y'all. So that was the apology from Diddy. Y'all, I don't mean to laugh because it's not funny. It's actually very sad. But let me tell you what first came to my mind when I saw this video. please somebody in the comment tell me that this has happened to y'all when y'all was young. What it brought to mind was, do y'all remember the last time you ever got a beating from your parents and you was a little bit older, so maybe it didn't hurt as much, so you had to kind of fake cry to make them stop? You know what I'm saying? Because typically when a black parent, is giving you a beating, they want to see that you are reacting. And it reminds me of the last beating I got and how it didn't hurt. So I had to like fake cry and fake make noises so, my mama would stop. That is what this apology gave me at first. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of backlash, obviously, from this apology, because where was this apology when all of these accusations came out? Because when the accusations came out, he literally said that the truth would prevail and that, he was innocent and all of these accusations were false. But now that there's actual proof, now all of a sudden he's apologetic, he's in therapy, he's in rehab, and we're supposed to, forgive him. I feel really bad because I just don't feel like any man is born to be an abuser, born to be a violator of women, born to be on drugs, born to this. And I feel like people and their trauma create monsters, especially when you are accountable, especially if you're in a situation where you are a millionaire, you're a mogul, and you have all this access, and you're not used to this access, and now you abuse it. Maybe you were abused coming into the industry or even before you got in the industry, and now you are becoming a abuser. And for that part, it makes me very sad. Like, for that part, seeing this black man who was going to leave this earth with an amazing legacy, an amazing rag to riches story of triumph, and now because of his own sick, traumatic, actions, his name is literally forever tarnished. And anyone, honestly, that is associated with him, their name is going to have some backlash as well, i.e. Young Miami. Do I feel like P. Diddy is, sorry for his actions? That's not for me to decide. But if I had to, I do feel like seeing that video, seeing all the horrible backlash, I do feel like he's apologetic. Do I feel like he's going to actually go to therapy and go to rehab and take it seriously? I do not. I think that's just kind of PR words. I think someone from his team likely encouraged him to get online and make a statement, because like I said, when a video hits the CNN of it all, you're done. you're done. And then I also worry about other people, other victims coming out, like the other Asian lady who, Miami called a eater. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think that it's over. Every time we think that this story is over, more things come out the woodwork. And honestly, I feel like he should get ahead of it. Now, from a PR standpoint, if he's smart and if his team is smart, he's going to lay low, because from what I read, and I don't know if this is true, I don't think that he can have any legal action taken against him for this particular tape. And if that's the case and there aren't any legal repercussions from, this video or any of his allegations, then my advice to him would be to go somewhere, lay low for a very long time, and then come back as a rebrand. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's just how the industry works. People, I'm trying to think of someone that, I guess like Chris Brown, which they're still coming for him, and even his victim is cool with him now. But I'm trying to think of someone that had horrible allegations and nothing, they just disappeared and came back as if nothing happened. But what comes to mind also is that damn Disney, Nickelodeon whole pedophile train that we saw in a whole documentary. Now, where is the outrage for them? You know, I hate to, like, you know, compare, which I'm not comparing, but, you know, make that shit even across the board. All these abusers, all of these people who are pedophiles and, you know, violent towards young girls, there likely might need to be some type of I don't know, some type of new laws or something that can make people take accountability for their actions. Now, I know that I said it previously, because I've not directly been a victim of domestic violence, I always wonder what makes victims eventually come out. I'm going to have someone actually on the show who is a victim of domestic violence, to kind of educate myself and educate the listeners and the viewers on, you know, what that looks like, because I feel like there was a lot of backlash from people saying, you know, all the people who was questioning Cassie, you know, y'all should feel bad and whatever. But I get that you should really never question the victim. And honestly, just to quite be honest, I did not read through the court files, because, you know, people were saying that if you actually read through the court files, you would see where she's already written out, or, you know, it was in the court file that this happened, all the details, the dates, the times, the actual hotel. So I feel like this is a learning situation for all of us. I hate that, you know, she's having to relive this nightmare with the actual video now. And honestly, it makes me really understand her choice in husband. You know, when Cassie got remarried or got married to this white man, this like cowboy guy, I was just so confused. And I knew that there had to be something behind that, because to go from like Diddy to, you know, this, you know, skinny cowboy, there had to be something there, because this is a math ain't mathin', you know. But it makes sense, because if she has been a victim of such violent crimes on herself, then the next appropriate selection in men should be someone that she feels safe with, someone that she feels, you know, protected by. And I could see, you know, how she would make that choice. Someone that's low key, someone that probably is, you know, a good, decent, softer kind of guy. That makes sense, you know, it definitely makes sense. But as far as P. Diddy and this apology, looking at the comments under his post, most people are just saying, you're just truly sorry because you got caught. You're full of crap, Diddy. Saying, I'm just saying, we not God to persecute people. Let's normalize praying for people instead of tearing them down, praying for him and praying for Cassie. So, I mean, I feel like it's kind of split 50-50, but most of the comments that I'm seeing, well, I think it's 50-50. You're full of crap. Nigga just say he got caught. I mean, you know, it's true, because if you really felt, convicted by your actions, then I guess some could say that you would have come out earlier to apologize, but then apologizing would be admitting to guilt. And obviously he did not admit to guilt, especially in the beginning. He actually did the opposite and said that the truth would come out, you know, all these things. So unfortunately, sir, the truth did come out. And you and Clay from Love is Blind is making y'all look so bad. Flipping the subject here to something a little bit more light. Ben Horowitz makes a statement that billionaires prefer black women. Billionaires prefer black women because they're loyal and they guard your interests, and black wives are for grown-ups. Now, what can you say? This is fresh off the heels of the black wife effect. So if you go onto TikTok, or if you go onto Instagram and just put in hashtag black wife effect, then you're going to see a plethora of white men who are showcasing their glow up after wifing a black woman, you know? listen, I have made a lot of comments on my show about, black men and, their choice sometimes in partners. And to me, it comes from some type of self-hate or, just some type of unlove for lack of better words for yourself. And, love who you want to love who you want to love. But if you love a certain type or whatever, don't put down another person in the midst of you loving a certain thing. Now, the black men who have a preference when they get, a little bit of money for non-black women, that's a whole other podcast episode that I might not even want to get into. But I feel like this comes at the right time, because this comes on the heels of this black young guy posting a video on his social media, basically explaining why these D1 athletes prefer white women. And it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. Some of the things that he was saying is that, white women will pay for your food. White women will, they don't wear the weave and the lashes, and they don't get their nails done. And it's not all these extra costs, which is far from the truth. And at the end of the day, he did say that he preferred, someone who looked more similar to his mother and aunts and stuff like that. But he was just basically regurgitating what he has heard his peers say in their choice and their preference for dating non-black women, especially if they're athletes. Now, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is also, I try to do a lookup. I try to do a lookup to see like the percentage of athletes that are married to, black athletes that are married to black wives versus not, but I couldn't find that information. But I honestly feel like, or maybe it's just wishful thinking, I feel like this could be a situation of, they want to push the narrative, you know what I'm saying? And it's not actually the facts. I'd be really interested to see like the amount of black celebrities, whether athletes or celebrity, that are marrying women who do not look like their moms and their aunts. Because I really so badly want to know if this is just some type of like fake news that they like to put out, or if this is actually true. Now, again, if I had to guess, based on what the media shows, it looks like it could likely be 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Possibly, but I can list off a bunch of, black celebrities, men who are not dating black women or not marrying, black women, or even worse, who started out with black women and then got on and got rich and then flipped the script to the non-black women. One of the worst cases of that for me is Michael Jordan. I hate that because, he's from my hometown and he's actually a friend of our families indirectly. But seeing his wife, oh my God, like, again, love who you love wins. But it's like, really? I would love for someone to do the psychology behind this. If it is truly a thing that, if there is truth behind black men, they get on, they get money, they get status, they get celebrity, and then they intentionally choose a non-black woman to marry. I would love the study on that to understand where that comes from. Now, if I had to guess, and I've said that a lot of times throughout this episode, I just feel like it comes, and I keep saying this, but I feel like it comes from some type of trauma, some type of like self-loathing and self-hate, because, when you look in the mirror and you see your beautiful black skin, and you're raised by this black family, this black mom, this black grandma, whatever, it just makes me wonder, like, the thought process behind wanting the total opposite of that for your own family, right? Now, I know there are certain cases, because it's not just men. Like, I had a friend who did not prefer to date black men. She was a black girl. She did not want to date black men. And that came from some traumatic events that happened with her when she was younger with a black man. And so as she got older, in her mind, the psychology behind it was, you know, she don't want to be broke and poor or whatever with a black man. And her just desire, like, she did not look at black men and feel any type of attraction. And that came from, you know, traumatic events that happened to her as a young girl. And then when she became an adult and was able to make the choices of the men that she wanted, it was a no. It was a no when it came to black men. So I have to understand that a lot of times this comes from certain places, but I truly think it comes from just some type of self-hate. I really do. Now, I spoke about before, you know, Terrell Owens saying that, you know, originally he was always picked on by black women because he was of such a darker hue. So when he was in school, he was always picked on by black girls because he was so dark skinned. So I feel like he said that when he got to be older, he just kind of gravitated towards, you know, non-black women because they gave him such a hard time growing up because he was so, you know, of a deeper skin tone. So I feel like there has to be a rhyme or reason. And I would love more than anything to get like black men who, all the black celebrities and, you know, rich men who have chosen to wife non-black women in one room and just have a discussion, have a healthy discussion. Let me say that, just to get an understanding, because I just hate the narrative of that black women are so difficult to be with and this, that, and the third. But you have it here with Ben Horowitz saying he prefers black women because they're loyal and they guard your interest and they're for grownups. So really, it's almost like a dig at black men, low key, you know, the black men who don't want black women or whatever, because think about it. When I first saw this and I first heard this, the first thing that came to my mind was the complaints that you sometimes hear from black men about black women. No grown man is going to be angry or upset or not want to be with you because I want to hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? If you're rich and if you're well off and you're sleeping with me, ain't shit for free. You know what I'm saying? If I need my nails done and if I need my hair done or whatever the case might be, and you're sleeping with me, then why is that a bad thing to be able to, you know, it's give and take. It's literally give and take, you know? But I feel like I don't know. I love it. And then I love seeing the black wife effect. It's just really cool to see. Now, I have seen some post obviously from black men who, you know, spoke out kind of against the whole black wife effect situation, but I'm gonna play no, I can't even play it. I'll just add some pictures up here, but it's just everywhere, man. It's just all these white men who are just giving their black queens, you know, their flowers and just saying, you know, thank you for allowing me to glow up, you know, to glow up. Like, it's giving, I take care of you because I understand your worth and your value to me. And that's what every woman wants, you know, understand my value, know my value to you, know that I'm gonna be loyal, know that I'm going to put your best interest in the forefront at all times. And if you just so happen to be someone that's well off, you know, whatever, then it's a privilege. And, you know, they're doing it gladly to make sure their women are living the soft life. Now, again, I think I saw a post where this black man was like, you know, it's kind of weird that these white men are basically only saying that black women are only here to make white men look better, or their only value is to making somebody look good aesthetically, like they have no other value. And that's obviously, I don't feel like they're saying that, you know. I feel like it's just a funny coincidence when you look at the before and the after. But honestly, that's most men. Like most men, if you look at the before and the after, you know, before woman, after good woman, they're going to look dramatically different. You know, if you have a good woman, you're going to look like you have a good woman. You're going to be able to see the glow up, the change, because that's what a woman gives. A good woman is going to make sure her man is looking good. And that's just the effects of a good woman. Now, black men, y'all can do it too. I mean, and I have seen some black men out here, you know, showing the black wife effect. Now, here's the key and the scariness about it. I saw somebody said they better not start no white wife effect, because that would not be what we want to see. But at the end of the day, I think it holds weight, because black women a lot of times get the short end of the stick, and that's why this push on black women soft life, black women luxury, black women aesthetic, because for some reason it's definitely hard for mainstream and society to, you know, see black women sometimes in a softness, in a luxury, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing a man, even worse for some people, a white man, put his black queen on a throne and give her flowers and give her props and, you know, speak her praise for the world to see. I'm sure people don't like that, you know, but they're loud and they're proud to have this black woman on their arm. So at the end of the day, you know, black men, if y'all have an issue with that, then y'all do the same thing. Now, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Make sure you leave a comment and let me know how you feel about the black wife effect, you know, and how you feel about Diddy's apology. I just feel like Diddy and Clay gave us a double whammy this weekend, and it wasn't in a good way. Y'all making y'all brothers look really bad. And, you know, these white kings are, you know, they out here giving black women, you know, their props and their flowers and giving them accolades. You know what I'm saying? And Clay and Diddy out here, black men are down 2, white men are up 1. And I'm literally joking. It's literally joking, y'all. It's all love, but some truth to it. Y'all listen. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next episode.